This week, the CEO of TikTok came and testified before Congress as there is growing rumblings and discussion over a nationwide ban on the app. Do I believe TikTok should be banned? No.
How we use the internet is about to fundamentally change forever, and it's terrifying. This is Bill S686, also known as the Restrict Bill. You'll probably know it as the TikTok ban bill, but it does so much more than just that. It actually does more than any bill I think we've ever seen. I encourage everyone to read it by going here and clicking the text tab, but here are the main takeaways. Foreign adversaries can change by definition, but a few are already listed. They are the People's Republic of China, including Hong Kong, Special Administration Region, the Republic of Cuba, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and of course, the Russian Federation and Venezuela under the regime of Nicolas Maduro Moros. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but these definitions can change at any time. The bill covers hardware technology like modems, routers, and home cameras, and virtual tech like VPNs, and basically bans them if they are manufactured by or used to contact and deal with foreign adversaries. Speaking of VPNs, using VPNs to bypass banned apps such as TikTok is made a criminal act under this bill, and the penalty, it's a minimum imprisonment of 20 years and a minimum fine of $250,000 or $1 million, depending if you knowingly did so to access banned content. The bill gives the federal government the power to monitor any activity used by these suspected devices, virtual or otherwise. Essentially, they can monitor what you are doing at home 24/7 without even informing you. This includes things such as routers, video games, streaming apps, smart thermostats, Ring cameras, basically anything that uses the internet. Now, the real terrifying part of all of this, as if that all wasn't terrifying enough, is that the bill goes on to state that this will happen by the president appointing a secretary of communication. That secretary then forms a group on their own without any voter input whatsoever. This group can have meetings behind closed doors. They don't have to disclose anything. They can ban and deem anything inappropriate or a risk to security at any moment in time. And if they do, they can go through your instant messages, your emails, text, basically anything that uses the internet, and they can censor it. So in summary, this bill can effectively ban anything the government deems inappropriate extremely quickly without warning. The ramifications of this range from breaking up mass communication methods to even watching the cameras in your home, aka spying on you. It really is that bad, and I am not speaking in hyperbole.
All right, guys. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you have heard of the Restrict Act, which is the bill that is allegedly supposed to ban TikTok, even though it doesn't really do that, okay? A lot of us had our hopes up, like me, that Congress would, with bipartisan support, ban TikTok because, one, for me, it's really destroying the culture of this country, right? It's destroying young people. It's brainwashing kids, okay? It is just a destructive app all around. And not to mention that it's also a spying app, okay? Basically, it can be used by the Chinese government to spy on American citizens. And I don't think that's a good thing, right? I don't think that that is a good thing. I don't think we should be allowing foreign adversaries to spy on American citizens through social media apps. Just like I don't think that we should be allowing China or foreign adversaries like China to be buying up our land. Okay, I'm just saying. That's how I feel about it. A lot of these people on the left, like AOC, they just want to keep TikTok because they know it's good for them, right? It's good for votes, okay? It's good for the progressive agenda, okay? That's what TikTok is good for, which, you know, China loves that. China loves the progressive agenda in the United States destroying our country, okay? Because it's a pro-China agenda, okay? But hey, you know, half our politicians are pro-China, so I mean, I guess it is what it is. But with that being said, again, I wanted a clean bill. However, again, we was living in a pipe dream. You never will get a clean bill from Democrats or Republicans, okay? Instead, we got this 50-plus page monstrosity of what has been called the Patriot Act 2.0, okay? Because people are saying that this is overreach from the government in regards to the U.S.'s government's ability to run surveillance on its own citizens, right? This is what people are saying about this new legislation. Again, it doesn't even really ban TikTok outright. It just gives the Department of Commerce power to evaluate these foreign companies from countries that we deem to be foreign adversaries like China or Russia. And then they make recommendations to the president in regards to what to do about, you know, these companies and, you know, their apps and technology or whatever that's being used by people here. So that's the gist of this bill. which is really just another power grab from the government, right? Surprise, surprise, surprise. We've been hoodwinked, led astray, run amok. This happens every single time the Democrats and Republicans agree on something, right? When they come out and they agree on stuff, something clean like this, right? This is a clean agreement. You should always be concerned, right? Like, for example, when they all agreed on the stimulus package, okay? You should be concerned about it, right? You should definitely be concerned about it. So without further ado, I want to get into this embarrassing interview. Probably one of the most embarrassing interviews I've ever seen in my life from Mr. Lindsey Graham, okay, with Jesse Waters, who is going to talk about this bill and then talk to Lindsey Graham about it, who co-sponsored the bill. But it seems that Lindsey Graham had no idea what was in this bill that he co-sponsored, which, again, is one of the biggest problems, right, that we have in Congress, which is that these politicians have no clue about what's in the legislation they support, right? So, without further ado, let's get into it, because this is just absolutely embarrassing.
Let's try to get some answers out of the Senator Lindsey Graham, who supports this and is here now. You got to be kidding me, Senator. Did you read this?
Yeah, I don't think I support the Restrict Act.
You don't support this because you were named as one of the supporters, because this is garbage.
Well, is this the one with John? There's two bills out there. One allows a review of businesses that are connected to China, give the Secretary the ability to protect their data. Is that the Restrict Act?
Wow. This guy, he doesn't know anything. He's clueless. He's absolutely clueless on a bill that he put his name on, bruh. He said, I support this. He co-sponsored this bill. And he knows nothing about it, right? He doesn't know what Jesse Waters is talking about. This is embarrassing, man. It really is. This is so embarrassing.
We got S686 right here, March 7th. Mm-hmm. And we got a bunch of Republicans supporting it, because this thing is crazy town. You don't want the government looking into your private phone.
No, I don't.
If they have a hunch you're colluding with the Russians, we remember how that turned out.
That's right. Yeah, no, well, the Constitution trumps a statute. So let me come back and, give you a better explanation. Here's the problem as I see it. China is the parent company of TikTok, and my nieces like TikTok. I don't mind them using TikTok. I just don't want the Chinese government to seize all their data and manipulate the information America sees for political purposes. China is helping drug cartels in Mexico. China is not a friend. Chinese espionage is an all-time high against American business interests. So I want to push back against China, but within a constitutional framework. You're right.
Yeah. This guy, right? This guy is clueless. First and foremost, he claims that, well, let me come back on the show later, right? And I'm like, okay, so why'd you go on the show in the first place if you didn't know anything about what's in the bill? Okay, I don't really understand it. He says he supports his nieces using TikTok, which in my opinion is just, again, hey, that's his nieces, whatever, that's him. But if I had kids, I don't want my kids using TikTok. I don't want them using social media at all, to be quite honest with you. But, one thing I will say I agree with him on is that, if this is a U.S. company, I don't think that, I would be for banning it, okay? Even if it does ruin people, okay? I wouldn't be for banning it. So I do agree with him on principle in regards to being against China, but man, you can't come on TV and not know, right, how to talk about a bill that you co-sponsored. Again, this is just embarrassing.
Right about that. So, you made these allegations, and I'll answer better next time.
Allegations? I'll answer them better next time. Why not the first time, my guy? Why'd you come on the network if you didn't know? I don't understand. I don't get it. This is an all-time low for Lindsey Graham, bro. This guy is just, wow.
Well, because on Congress.gov, you're listed as one of the co-sponsors of this thing. Maybe it's like Fetterman when your chief of staff does all your work for you. But, Senator, you got to go back and talk to these other senators about this. Yeah. This thing is nuts, and it's going to get abused like it always does. So we got to clean this up. Can we clean this up?
Well, number one, I owe you a better explanation I'm giving you. John Thune's got a bill to make sure the Secretary of Commerce can deal with this, not just TikTok, but the general idea that China, we're under attack by China. Now, that's a fact. Chinese Communist Party is stealing American data. Espionage against American businesses is at all-time high. According to the FBI, it's the #1 challenge they face. China is providing drug precursors to make fentanyl in Mexico that's killing Americans. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to push back against China being able to steal your data, but I want to do it in a constitutionally sound manner. So the problem is real with China, but the solution can be more damaging than the problem. Is sort of what you're telling me.
Don't
That's
push
what
back
you're telling me.
on the United States citizens.
Yeah, no, I
for
understand what
something
you're saying.
China's doing. All right.
No, I totally get that, and constitutionally we can't do all the things you just said. So let me get back with you, but let me just end
get back
this.
with me because you co-sponsored it 2 days ago.
Okay,
Senator.
all right. Yep. See, makes me look bad. I don't know a better explanation.
All right.
Yeah, this is embarrassing, bro. Bro, you got to quit, dog. You got to retire. You got to step down after this, buddy. I mean, I'm so serious. How do you co-sponsor legislation? You're putting your name on it. You're saying, not only do you support it, you're like, yo, I'm pushing it, right? And you would think that if you're co-sponsoring something, you would know what's in it. You would be able to go on TV and to have an educated conversation about what's in it, explain what's in it, but he clearly doesn't know anything. And again, this is the problem with politics, guys. This is the problem in this country. These people can't pass a clean bill to save their lives. Why can't they pass a clean bill? All right, look. Let's pass a bill where we ban TikTok, right? And let's just start there, right? Let's just do clean 5-page bill. I get it. It's not that simple, right? Obviously, you got to go through certain processes. I get it, right? It can't be clean, right? Like, obviously, it's not going to be a one-pager, one-liner, hey, TikTok is banned. I get that. But make it something simple that everybody, the American people, can read, okay, and at most 10 pages, right? Most 10 pages. People's attention spans are getting a lot shorter thanks to apps like TikTok, right? By the way, which is really decreasing people's attention spans. Just a clean bill, bro. A clean bill. But again, the bill is so convoluted. It's so broad that this guy, he can't even go on television and talk about it. And he co-sponsored it. Again, this is why politics is so frustrating, man, because, again, the Republicans claim, one, they're supposed to be small government. They're supposed to be about liberties and freedom, which this is not, okay? But, hey, again, Republicans, under Bush, the Patriot Act was passed under Bush, so, hey, it is what it is. They did that under the guise of fighting the war on terrorism, right? Except, again, they just included American citizens as possible terrorists as well, too. Again, politicians, man. But, bro, this is why you need clean bills, right? This doesn't happen when you have a clean bill. This happens when the bill, again, is much broader than it needs to be, where you're putting your name on it and you don't even know what the hell is in it.
My bad, but I will say this about China. China is really a threat to America at multiple levels.
Wow.
The fentanyl coming in from Mexico, they have a direct link to that. It's coming out of China. I want to make Mexican drug cartels foreign terrorist organizations. I want to protect American data from Chinese manipulation by the Communist Party. That's my intent. And if this bill doesn't, if it goes beyond that, I'll come on your show and say, my bad.
My bad for co-sponsored legislation that violates your civil liberties and rights. My bad. Right, my bad, Lindsey Graham. Right, this guy, you call him up, yo, Lindsey, why you sponsor this? My bad. Right, my bad. I don't know what's in it. Wow, this is all time like embarrassing for a politician, bro. This guy. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.